cavalry, they send me off to war. I want a good steed under me like my forefathers before.
The new record's called Horse Soldier, Horse Soldier. It's a tongue twister. Half the songs are sort of cavalryman history, kind of military stuff. Well, it's darker than the last record. Highland Steer was mostly just a bunch of party songs, which is kind of fun. But some of my older stuff is a little darker, and this is more like that. I've had a bunch of tunes in the back of my head for a long time that have been sort of in this vein, and they sort of all came out at once. It's not all heavy stuff. There's some fun ones too, but there's a lot of sort of historical stuff. We did it in Nashville again with our producer Harry Stinson, who's a huge part of our band sound now. He's done the last 3 records, Hair in My Eyes, and he did $5 Bill too. He produced them. And he sings on them and arranges the songs for us, and he's a huge help, constantly getting ideas and putting them together. And then I need a few weeks off by myself to lash it all together at the end. I don't write them very often in an afternoon. Occasionally one will pop out of the woodwork and be done quickly, but usually I have 6 or 8 on the go. I really like Horse Soldier, Horse Soldier. It's like an epic historical juggernaut about the kind of like ghost of the eternal horse soldier. And he kind of goes through time from Genghis Khan to Napoleon to Custer, and he ends up thinking he's finished in World War I when the tanks come over the trenches, and then he ends up fighting with the Northern Alliance in Afghanistan right now. And it's kind of like the theme of the song is sort of like there'll always be a place for the horse, you know. It seems like every love song I write has something to do with horses. I don't know. And there's another tune called My Saddle Horses Died, which fits right in, and it's an old Smalls song, my old rock band. It's kind of cool because that one originally was like a pretty heavy rock tune, and we sort of adapted it into a kind of a mariachi Cuban kind of a trumpet thing. Hard on Equipment's a song about me, really. It's about an inept handyman who uses vice grips for pliers and pliers for a wrench and a wrench for a hammer and hammers everything else. A couple of the songs, 2 or 3 of them are really quite old actually. Like there's a song called Lament for Lester Cousins. It's off our first record, and Family Reunion's about family reunions. It's about having too many cousins. I Want to Be in the Cavalry is the song we're doing the video for. Like I said, it's kind of a Johnny Horton Pogues kind of a tune about getting all revved up and wanting to go off to war when you're young. Sort of a story about the ghost of the eternal cavalryman through time. That one's kind of a good one. I like it when I can take a bouncy, fun sort of musical piece and have a kind of a darker message or a deeper message. The song starts off with a drum, the marching snare, and we were gonna hire an actor, but then we figured we'd just use our own drummer, Brady, who's from Tabor like me, but he kind of got ripped off in the very first video we did, Shine On Boots, because his arm and his head get in it for like a second, and that's all he's in the video. So we figured it'd be good to give him a starring role in this one. So this is his acting debut. I told him the girls would like it, and he was all for it. So. When a head of state or important warrior dies, they have in the funeral procession have a riderless horse that they lead as part of the funeral procession with the boots backwards in the saddle, and we're using that image as part of the video, which is pretty good. It actually, the last verse of this song talks about that, so we're using that horse as a major part of the video. He sort of represents there he is. He represents death and loss sort of in the video. I'm kind of a sucker for historical stuff anyway. I like old stuff, so I tend to gravitate toward that anyway. We can talk about how uncomfortable I am in an English style saddle. We've got a pretty good mix of people from like aging punk rockers and folk fest people and people who are songwriter fans, all the way to straight ahead country fans too. And we've got a pretty good number of legitimate cowboys that come to the show and stuff too. So it's an interesting mix. My hero, as far, not the musically so much, but as far as the way he's run his career, my hero and guy I've kind of always looked up to in terms of planning my career is Willie Nelson, hey? And he did that in the 70s. Like he had the bikers and the country fans and hippies all coming to his shows. So I think it's kind of neat when you get a good mix like that. through whatever fluke or whatever that we've been stuck in front of straight mainstream country audiences, people tend to actually like it. Like, and I think the audiences are actually maybe ready for some stuff that's a little bit outside the lines. I think they find it interesting, so that's my mission.
Well, I wanna be in the cavalry if they send me off to war.